Hi everybody, I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I haven't got anything to really say that I got up to much over the weekend apart from yesterday. I did go out for lunch with my stepmother and her partner Les, which was quite nice. I know that sounds like a weird thing, but my dad's been gone for about 10 years and I'm still in contact with my stepmother and she's very happy, which is lovely to see. I couldn't wish for anyone better for her than her new partner, who is incredibly lovely, a lovely man from Yorkshire. So that's my family stuff out of the way. Let's talk about my favourite subject, the royal family. So I'm going to start this video with talking about a member of the royal family who is not a senior royal or taxpayer funded, but he has appeared in the newspapers recently. The person that I am talking about is none other than Mike Tindall, who is quickly becoming many people's favourites, even though he's not a working member of the royal family. Mike is the son-in-law of the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, and he is a former England rugby player. And Mike has recently been confirmed to be appearing on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. For the first time in years, I'm actually going to watch it. I'm going to root for him and I'm going to vote for him just because I love him. I love the relationship that him and Zara have whenever we see them at public engagements. We have seen them a bit more recently. Obviously, we had the sadness of the Queen's funeral, but also we saw them at the Jubilee. Now, Mike, massively, I've always liked him anyway because he comes across as very down to earth and funny, as does Zara. But Mike got caught and it came out in the newspapers that he called Prince Harry a bellend at an after party of one of the Jubilee celebrations. And I have to say, I couldn't have put it better myself. Mike and Zara are very close with the other royals. He and Prince William have apparently got a very strong bond, obviously, since all the drama happened with Harry. And William's been able to confide in him, rely on him, lean on him, as like having a brother and a close family member. Zara and Mike were incredibly close to Harry years ago, but like anyone that was ever close to Harry, Meghan quickly saw to cut the strings of every relationship that he had. But Zara and Mike, I don't understand why people would complain about them doing it. Obviously, Zara's not going on it, she'll be cheering at home with the children, I'm sure, but they are private individuals. You often see them at various horse trials. In one year, for example, in 2019, they didn't even attend the Trooping of the Colour and instead went to the Bramham International Horse Trials with the family. They are very close with the royals, but they do not seek the limelight. So I have absolutely no understanding why people are saying that Mike shouldn't be in it. Mike has always toed the line when it comes to the royal family. They've never courted any drama. There's never been any sort of publicity stunts, cashing in on it. And a lot of ex-sports men and women go on to I'm a Celebrity. It's a good way to finance their income. So are people saying that Mike can't get a job or go on any sort of TV programme because he married Princess Anne's daughter? It's a bit ridiculous, really. Mike was a whole person before he married into the royal family. I mean, he was a very successful rugby player. He played 75 caps. If you don't follow rugby, that means he basically played for England 75 times. He was part of the 2003 England team that won the World Cup. So he's a successful sportsman in his own right. And it's really sad that people are writing him off just because he married into the royal family. So I personally say, good luck to Mike. I will be watching, I will be rooting for him, and I will be voting for him. Moving on to my next story, we have Prince William, who was caught training in the run-up to his and Catherine's visit to Boston. This is just in case he runs into Prince Harry. Obviously, I'm joking, but as the body language guy points out here, it would make one heck of a charity boxing match, wouldn't it? Forget Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, this would be the fight that the world needs to see. In the blue corner, you have the fabulous and fantastic and rather foxy future King of England, Prince William. Yay! Woo! And in the red corner, we have the petulant, procrastinating Poundland Prince Harry. Boo! Yay! Boo! Now, all joking aside, the reason why Prince William has boxing gloves on is because he and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, were visiting the Copper Box Arena at the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. Now, this was the former venue for the 2012 Olympic Games, where Queen Elizabeth, our much beloved Queen and sorely missed, parachuted in with James Bond. She did a whole skit, and again, like she did Paddington with the Jubilee celebrations, she hid it from her family. Obviously, it was a stunt double parachuting in, but oh wow, what an absolute spectacular event. The fact that she shows again that sense of humour that she had, and I just love, as I said, that she hid it from her family. What a surprise. And obviously Daniel Craig is always going to have that incredible memory, aside from being one of the best James Bonds. Now, the charity Coach Corps, they were originally set up by the Royal Foundation, and they have been so successful that they are now an independent charity. Now, what they do is they offer coaching apprenticeships to 16 to 24-year-olds. They teach them skills for future employment and further education. The couple took part in a variety of sporting challenges, hence where we saw Prince William boxing, and they also met with the organisers, trainers, coaches, and the young people involved with the charity. We've seen the couple visit the charity multiple times over the years, because back in 2012 it was actually set up with the help of the Royal Foundation. It was one of their first projects. Now, this goes back to when the Royal Foundation consisted of Prince William, Catherine, and then Prince Harry. This does actually go back to a long time ago when Harry used to be able to smile, but it also goes back to when Harry used to promote charities rather than using charities to promote himself and his wife. Now, speaking of Harry, or H as he's been demoted to these days, he once publicly said when the Earthshot Prize was announced that prizes and awards make no difference. He couldn't help himself. He had to come out and just basically make a dig and say that they don't mean anything. You know, people actually need to do something rather than present or collect awards. Obviously, he wasn't talking about himself and Meghan, who now have created their own award with the NAACP and seem to be turning up at the opening of an envelope for other awards that are being given out, or rather bought. So this latest award is called the Ripple of Hope Award. It is the Robert F. Kennedy Foundation that created the award. And it begs the question, award for what? When you read what the award actually says on the website, it honours exemplary leaders across government, advocacy and entertainment who have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to social change, justice and human rights. I've seen Harry and Meghan get charities to promote them, but what other things have they actually done to say that they fit in with that award at all? They take credit for other people's work, like most recently we saw Ving. Meghan is giving away $1 million to 1,000 women. No, Ving Project, which is set up, is giving away $1,000 to 1,000 different women, and Meghan promoted it. There is nothing to say that they have even given 1 cent to go towards it, and they never corrected the narrative when it came out. So again, that is Archwell and Meghan taking credit for other people's charitable efforts. Harry and Meghan, as most of us know, just jump on any bandwagon that is available. If there is something in the headlines, up they pop like that unwanted Jack in the Box. Now, one thing I have found weird as well is obviously the Earthshot Prize. When this came out and it was originally launched, obviously we had a lot of promotions involving David Attenborough as well, and it was explained that the Earthshot Prize was based on the John F. Kennedy 1961 moonshot speech. Now, the award that Harry and Meghan are getting comes from the Robert F. Kennedy Foundation, and this award, the Ripple of Hope Award, is actually based on his 1966 Day of Affirmation speech in South Africa. So there's a little bit there where I'm thinking, were Harry and Meghan snagged because it seems that the Kennedys are not all getting along either? The woman that promoted Harry and Meghan winning this award is Kerry Kennedy, and Kerry Kennedy has been in the firing line for bringing down her father's name and damaging the Kennedys' name. Plus, it seems that she has something incredibly common with Meghan. She doesn't treat staff very nicely. But the fact that these two women obviously don't get along, Caroline Kennedy is actually supporting and throwing herself behind the Earthshot Prize. So she's got Prince William. And it seems to me Kerry was like, well, you've got a prince, I'll get the prince. But unfortunately for Kerry, she picked the Poundland Prince, as I'm now nicknaming him. Now, another thing about this award, when you read the previous winners, it reads like a Democrat networking event. Previous winners consist of Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, George Clooney, Nancy Pelosi, Bono. Anyone would think it's political. Now, this is where the twists start coming in. And it's no shock to most of us that have been following Meghan and Harry's exploits. But they have a Sunshine Sachs email address. Now, not only do they, this award, have a Sunshine Sachs email address, but the NAACP also had a Sunshine Sachs email address, because these companies, these foundations, are promoted by Sunshine Sachs. And these are just two of the recent awards. I'd imagine if you looked a bit more closely, we would probably find Sunshine Sachs' stamp or fingers over everything that they've been involved in. From a brief look that I've done myself recently, you've got James Corden, Dax Shepard, Oprah, George and Amal Clooney, Gayle King, Ellen, Tyler Perry, all linked to Sunshine Sachs. A lot of them have been represented by Sunshine Sachs. Even the Ving project has been promoted by Dax Shepard's wife, Kristen Bell. Again, Sunshine Sachs. So you can see where I'm going with it. They are not just a PR company, a public relations company that does damage control. They also have their fingers in many pies where they get their clients to network. This is where you see a lot of the things that have come up with Meghan. Chances are Sunshine Sachs has been behind it, because Meghan basically got a launch when she came to the USA and she was with all of that set. They've all spoken out. Ellen came over to the UK and saw baby Archie, as did Hillary Clinton. Then you've had James Corden, Harry appearing on his show, Oprah, Gayle King, all of that. It's all linked and it all comes back to the same murky pool of the same people. They specialise in damage control as well, reinventing the narrative, manipulating the public to improve someone's image. For example, we had Ellen that got a lot of grief for bullying staff and being one of the meanest people on TV. Then you've got Ben Affleck, obviously, his reputation got a bashing due to alcoholism and the various other demons that he's been fighting. They had Michael Jackson on the books, they had Harvey Weinstein. So with people like them on the books, it's quite shocking that Harry and Meghan got dumped by Sunshine Sachs. That, I believe, is the truth. They might have turned around and said that it was them that left and they're managing everything in-house. As we've seen, the PR that Archwell's doing now, the mass dumping of these ridiculous posts, tweets that they've only got 8 followers, but then they've got like 100,000 likes. It's someone's manipulating the figures, and that's for sure. The same article posted over and over and over, identical wording. So as I said, I think they've got like the Poundland version of public relations working for them now. Maybe it's Meghan doing it herself. But Sunshine Sachs were rumoured to not have been able to give their clients advice, and they tried and tried. But as we know, with the history of Harry and Meghan that's come out, they do not listen to anyone, or rather Meghan doesn't, and Harry listens to whatever Meghan tells him to. So Meghan, a lot of the stuff that she's done, the decisions and choices, remember, she's carving out her own path. She has been known to be hot-headed, and when you think of things that have come out recently with the Cut magazine, people rejoiced in the streets like they did when Nelson Mandela was released and little girls come up to me in the street and call me a princess. There's only so much you can help someone if they're not going to help themselves. Rumours are they didn't pay their bills on time, so if you were Sunshine Sachs and you had managed to defend all of these other people and help their reputations, and you've got someone that is literally an author of their own demise, you've got to give it up at some point, haven't you? And just say, look, can't do it anymore, you're on your own. Given that Sunshine Sachs were clearly involved in more than just their reputations and actually their networking, and as it seems on winning awards, it's going to be interesting to see the offers drying up further. We have had more leaks from sources, senior sources reportedly, that are at Netflix and Penguin Publishers, that they are unhappy, but they've made it clear that they are in charge. They are the ones that decide what can be edited and what cannot be edited. So Netflix, it would seem, are making it very clear that Meghan and Harry need them more than they need Meghan and Harry. That reminds me of, I think it was a Disney exec that once said that about Meghan, because apparently she was a bit of a pain in the bottom when she did the Disney voiceover. I know, it doesn't sound like Meghan at all, does it? Now, the reason why I think Hollywood is slowly but surely shutting its doors on the couple is because you are beginning to see things where they are definitely not invited. We've got Michelle Obama, who is releasing a new book, her second book on The Light We Carry, and she is doing a 6-city tour, and she has got lots of famous moderators. But when you look at who it is, Oprah, Gayle King, Tyler Perry, Ellen, it's all the same sort of people that we've seen before pop up in the list, especially again with Sunshine Sachs. And there is noticeably a Meghan-shaped hole that is not there. Meghan, as we know, would have possibly sold one of Harry's crown jewels, if not both, to get herself on that tour. So quite clearly, it's a bit of a no from Michelle, but given the fact that Meghan seems to be trying to remodel herself on Michelle, like I did a video a while back on this, it's hardly surprising. Another big event happened on the 29th of September, and it was an A-list star-studded awards ceremony, and it happened at the New York Public Library, a very, very prestigious and historical building. I know it personally because it's where Big ditched Carrie at the altar in the Sex and the City film. But the hosts of this event were Amal and George Clooney, who have created their very own annual awards show called the Albee Awards, designed to honour courageous defenders of justice across the globe. The awards go to people that are actually risking their lives and freedoms to help their communities, from Belarus to South Africa, Kenya and Manila. Stars like Meryl Streep, Ethan Hawke, Julia Roberts, Cindy Crawford, to just name a few. Needless to say, the fake humanitarians did not win an award, nor, as it would seem, an invite. Another burn. This now joins an ever-increasing list of lost in the post invites that the ex-royal couple are not receiving. From Barack Obama's 60th birthday, where he launched 60 by 60, an initiative, and then Meghan launched her very own 40 by 40. Whatever happened to that? Then we had the huge Beckham-Peltz wedding. Harry and Meghan were not invited. Unusual, because Harry and David Beckham used to be close, but like I said at the beginning of the video, Meghan made sure that she snipped any relationship and friendships that Harry had. That friendship possibly ended when Meghan decided to tell the world that Victoria Beckham was selling stories on her. Yes, the cable D-list actress who was unknown, Posh Spice, was running to the media and selling stories on her. I don't believe that one at all. They've also never had invites to the Met Gala, the Oscars. All of these big events have a story leaked saying, oh yeah, Harry and Meghan, they're probably going to go or they're not going to attend. They never even got an invite. So what with Sunshine Sachs closing the door on the couple, it's become quite noticeable that the celebrity defenders are falling silent. The offers seem to have stopped coming in for the couple, and, well, the invites just never turn up. One thing that is incredibly clear with Harry and Meghan is that they are the authors of their own demise. The biggest own goal that they did was the Oprah bombshell interview, the bombshell attack on the royal family, where I think 17 or more things that they said turned out to be completely fabricated. They lied. They lied so many times, I find it truly unbelievable that anyone can believe them anymore. But the damage that they did to their reputation obviously ricocheted around Hollywood, and it is because of the own goals that they have done themselves. Talking about private conversations with friends and family members on TV for a paycheck, why would anyone trust them? They have shown that they can't even show a scrap of loyalty to their own blood. So why on earth would you trust them at any sort of, I don't know, I'd even say a political events, any sort of get-together, private parties? You'd be worried that everything would turn up on Meghan's Diaries coming to you on Netflix in 2024. There are two things that I believe that they would need to make it in Hollywood, and it's two things of which they lack. One, an endless supply of money, which they do not have. And two, obviously loyalty's out the window, but it's also being able to keep your mouth shut. Again, this is something that Harry and Meghan have proved time and time again that they are unable to do. Yes, okay, the couple are rich beyond our average or the normal person's expectations. You and I could probably have a fraction of what they've got, buy a small house somewhere and live a life comfortable and as happy as anything going on holiday. But this is not the dreams that Meghan has. This is not the lifestyle that she wants, and she can't keep up with the Joneses. When you think about the sort of people she wants to see herself on par with, take Oprah, Beyonce and Jay-Z, the Clooneys, Leonardo DiCaprio. These are all the A-listers that are philanthropists that give away millions every single year to charity. There is lots of A-list celebrities that give away millions and we never find out about it because they choose to remain anonymous. But the difference is with all of those people, they made their own money, they made their own way in life. They are singers, producers, songwriters. They own TV networks, airlines, magazines. They earn royalties from films and songs every single month, every single year. Harry and Meghan are one-trick ponies. When they've done their Invictus Netflix, it's done. When they've done their love story on Netflix, it's done. When Harry's released his memoirs, it's done. Every article that Meghan does, that's it. You're not going to be able to keep rehashing it. They are running out of content. They have built their brand on attacking the royal family, and it is a case of one and done. They're not going to earn masses of millions every single month because they have literally got no regular income. They get an initial payout for producing something. Once they've produced it, or indeed someone else has produced it for them, take Spotify for example, it's over with. They cannot stay on the same level of the people that they're trying to compete with, or Meghan's trying to be in their inner sanctum with. They can't give away millions because they don't earn millions. They might be able to afford to buy the odd award here and there, but let's be honest, they're not humanitarians or philanthropists. They are not even in the same league as the people that I've just listed. Harry and Meghan can't buy their way into Hollywood, and I just think that in the beginning they were the shiny new thing. They were a novelty, and that novelty has quickly worn off. And there is no one more fickle than Hollywood. So I would say that the door has indeed been shut on the couple. But then in all honesty, I don't think that door was really ever open for them. So that's it on this video, guys. I will be back with you very soon. Take care for now. Bye.
If you would like to buy me a coffee, please go to my About page and click the link. Love, Taz.